Yo, how come Fredo just started going on and bouncing, man? Where did this come from? It just come out of nowhere, man. My man pissed off that Bouncer's just been rinsing out content on him. Just rinsing the content. I thought them man was cool, man. Bouncer was saying a few things about Fredo, like, yeah, them man are cool, and I seen him before on a stream talking about, oh yeah, yeah, him and Fredo was cool. They was locked up together. I don't know. Maybe it's because he was saying one time that he saved Fredo from getting rushed in jail or something like that. He dropped some video talking about, oh yeah, the man them was gonna rush for us, but nah, man them can't do that and that in jail. I'm gonna play one or two clips about that still, but first let me get into this thing where he's airing out Bouncer. Shout out Billy the Goat, man.
Or Justo. He don't even know how to use a T as a K. He's a proper idiot. Froze. Tell him I can send him a bank transfer anytime. T as a K. He's a proper idiot. You know what I'm saying? He said my account's froze. Tell him I can send him a bank transfer anytime. All my bank documents from before. You know what I'm saying? You guys say Shaper is gospel. Shaper said I had 5 years when I was walking around with him in a mall with Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Bouncer's mad, bro, because he has a friend called Wheezy, and apparently I wasn't nothing to do with it, but after a club, Nuggy 5, about 4 or 5 of them, they're saying my friends robbed all of them and beat them up outside the club at Nuggy 5, left one of them in a pool of blood. His name's Wheezy. Their jewelries, their chain. Post whatever more lies because I'm going to break him down word for word. All where he lives. You know he lives in the middle of a fucking... Where he, like, he's going on like he lives in some big villa, like he's drippy. I'm gonna show you that where he lives is like, it's like everything about this guy's fake. You know what I'm saying? You for that big villa where he lives in Dubai, bro, you only get a 1-bedroom in downtown for that. These guys, everything about them, everything. I'm gonna get you lot the articles. I'm gonna get you everything. So whatever, like everything. Where he's talking about the Birkin, where he's talking about my accounts, everything that's ever come out of Bouncer's mouth. You see tomorrow, I'm gonna pop it down, and then I'm gonna go even further.
Shout tomorrow. The stream is dead tomorrow 9:30 p.m.
I don't know. He best just never talk about me again. So carry on running up all these things. But remember, Bouncer is not the truth. He can't walk in London. Play him his voice note. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. He best just never talk about me again. So carry on running up all these things. But remember, Bouncer is not the truth. He can't walk in London. Play him his voice note. You know what I'm saying? And when I saw him in surf, he wasn't talking for violating me. He was upset at me because his brethrens got robbed him.
So yeah, so that's all I'm gonna.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. My man sounds like he don't like Bouncer, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. He sounds like he don't like Bouncer, bro. Probably annoyed with all that's what's going on. You know, Bouncer's been rinsing the content with him the last few days. You get me? Rinsing it. So maybe he's just pissed about that. Maybe he's pissed about Bouncer. Look, there was a little clip here, yeah. Version.
Being Fredo.
The little clip here, yeah, when he's talking about when he was in jail with Fredo and all that.
He's cold, isn't it? He's cold.
You buck him out there.
Yeah. I was in jail with Fredo.
Oh, okay. Oh shit.
Yeah. I'll tell you a story. Fredo came onto the wing. Fredo and Sneakbo came onto the wing. Get me? Obviously, Sneakbo, he came on the wing. He had the kind of problems in the jail. But he kept it G. Like, he didn't give a fuck, you get me? But they brought him onto man's wing. They came on the wing and they rushed the youth on the wing. Yeah, Fredo, and this is before Fredo was even called Fredo. I didn't know who he was. They rushed the youth, him and Sneakbo. And the wing wanted to rush him, you get me? And I'm saying, nah, you lot can't touch, man, because it's Sneakbo. I said Sneakbo is linked with Krypton Conan. You lot can't touch none of them, you get me? The man them, but they wanted to rush them. They didn't rush them anyway. They didn't do anything. But that's where being Fredo's kind of, like, we've kind of had we've been cool from then. He's like, I will never forget when man them came into the soul looking to rush man, and you get me, it didn't happen, you get me. But that's how I kind of know Fredo.
You had that kind of story, and if you look in this top right corner, sorry about the echoing at the beginning of the video, yeah. Got to turn the sound on. I might have to start using my headphones. I don't like having them on though, but trust me, it just saves a lot of this bullshit flipping, all this flipping echoing and all that. Look in the corner, he put up a story as well. It's like bouncing those bare stories on Fredo, you get me? Probably thinking, how come this man's always just chatting me? If it wasn't for Sneakball in jail, Fredo would have got rushed. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So Fredo's just saying that he's gonna get on Billy the Gold stream and he's gonna air out Bounce, the same Bounce that lives in the middle of the desert in Dubai, and some of his brethren rob Bounce's brethren. And I don't really think Bounce has said anything too bad about Fredo, but sometimes even that alone, they're saying, you stopped a man from getting rushed, and you get me? Stuff like that, yeah. Stuff like that. Look, even on Tanks put it on his story as well. Bounce to save Fredo in jail. You know what I'm saying? All kind of stuff like that. Some people just don't like stuff like that. So obviously, yeah, Bounce has heard wind of this. Bouncer, Content King, he's heard wind of this and he's come with a reply straight away. This was earlier today.
Anything, bro. So when it comes to resumes or when it comes to anything, bro, you was on my wing, bro. You came on my wing on the strength of man. No one can't touch you. You get me, my bro? Remember, I'm not even gonna go in, bro. I'm gonna wait for you to go mad, and then I'm gonna do my 100 videos. I'm gonna break this down, break that down. I remember, bro, you're doing videos to break what I'm saying down is not true. I didn't come up with these videos. I'm just speaking on them. So I haven't just come up and made up a theory, bro. You're just mad because you can't control me, bro. You can't control me and no one can control me. I've spoken to, man. I've spoken to you, Fredo. You said, why are you lying on my name? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? In the cell, I had a fight. I don't remember, bro, everything what happened. I just remember you being on the wing with
See, he said it there. But Fredo said, why are you lying on my name? In the cell, I had a fight and whatnot. Bounce was going around saying that he saved him and whatnot. And then Bounce even said they don't remember. So you're saying certain things, but you sound like you're not saying everything. You get me? And that's probably where Fredo was probably a bit annoyed as well.
Meatball. I didn't know you as Fredo, and man just thinking it. And then man being locked in on the back of that. Remember, I don't know your street politics, didn't know this, that. So man, in loads of other jails, I've linked up with other people, bro. That's it.
Yo, here's another clip as well of Bouncer. You should responding back to Fredo. So now this is like a back and forth. Now this is a falling out. This ain't nothing where I feel like you're just a little. Nah, this is a falling out now. You know what it is as well? Bouncer's getting a lot of breaking a lot of ties, especially when you're in this kind of media space here. You don't wanna break too much ties, man. You don't want to tread on too much toes. That's why with all this thing with the Fredo's Instagram page talking shit about Fredo, and that's why I'm not deep diving into all of that, because I'm gonna wait till it plays out, and if it's really facts. But certain things you can't play with when they're accusing man of being a PDF and certain stuff like that. It's like, yo, you gotta know for 100% before you're saying stuff like that. That's one of the worst things to be called out here. It's worse than being called a snitch. It's worse than being called a, you know what I'm saying? All of that. But yeah, let's see what Bounce is saying. Obviously, Bounce is just going into all of it.
I don't even think you've ever held a machine in your life other than discharge one or anything, bro. So when it comes to resumes or when it comes to anything, bro, you was on my wing, bro. You came on my wing on the strength of man. No one can't touch you. You get me, my bro? Remember, I'm not even going to go in, bro. I'm going to wait for you to go mad, and then I'm going to do my 100 videos. I'm gonna break this down, break that down. And remember, bro, you're doing videos to break what I'm saying down is not true. I didn't come up with these videos. I'm just speaking on them. So I haven't just come up and made up a theory, bro. You're just
Wait, yeah, I've already played some of this. I just didn't play it. This is a clip. I didn't play the beginning part of the thing on the last clip. That's why I played this again. I think we've already heard this part though, but Bouncer talking about, yo, he's never held machine before and all this kind of stuff. You get me? So it's got, and then he's saying he's gonna make his 100 videos. Like, obviously there's more. Go and watch the Bouncer thing. I'm not gonna go through the whole Bouncer thing and do a whole reaction. I'm just going through kind of the main parts, you know what I'm saying, of what Fredo's going to go on that Billy the Goat. He's probably on that live stream right now or something. We'll probably see it tomorrow, yeah. We'll probably get more info about what Fredo's saying tomorrow. Because Fredo's answering certain allegations about this person that's allegedly stalking him with this Instagram page. I know you've all heard about it. Fredo's going to break down certain stuff. And even Tanks kind of exposed that she's using AI and all this other shit. You get me? That's why I didn't really go deep into it, because I was thinking, yo, something just didn't feel right about it, but I just thought like, rah, we'll wait and see. And if it's the truth, though, it's the truth. And if it did come out on the truth, then it's the truth, you get me? But I was just waiting. I weren't one to try and go into all that, man, because, you know what I'm saying? When it's certain topics, you got to make sure it's a fact. But yeah, so bounce on Fredo, man. Fredo's gonna get on the stream and talk about Bounce. He said he's gonna break everything down Bounce is saying and all whatnot. I think he's gonna get at him more, man. Peak, man. And you know what, Fredo? You just throw fuel on the fire now, cause Bouncer all this week now. Bounce is probably loaded up just to get at Fredo all this week now. Like, this is what man don't realize they're doing on this space as well. Like, especially Bouncer's a man. You piss off Bouncer, he's gonna keep racking up the videos. Bouncer's about to pay his rent again next month from Fredo. Fredo's about to pay Bouncer's rent. You know what I'm saying? So, but the thing with Bouncer is, everyone just don't like. I just feel like some people just don't like Bouncer, man, as well at the same time. It's crazy. Some people, because Tanks and Billy the Goat can get man to go on their thing and all that, and they do the same thing that Bouncer does. But I don't know, man, maybe could Bouncer talk certain stuff, you know, certain road stuff and all that about these set man. Like, Fredo probably just didn't like him from when he was talking about saving him in jail and whatnot. Yeah, man, it's peak. I just thought I'd report on that anyway. I'm gonna what's his name? Pending tomorrow, I'll probably do the video about Fredo responding back on the stream, breaking down all these allegations. And I don't really want to get into certain allegations with that thing there, though, because we're going to see how that plays out, man. But yeah, if there's any more back and forth, because obviously Bouncer saying all this now, Fredo probably going to come with another response again. And I know Bouncer's going to drop some videos tomorrow, so, you know what I'm saying? We'll see how it goes. Depending on what's going on, I'll probably drop another video or so in response to their future back and forth. Yeah, but tell me what you lot think, man. So if you're watching this video, subscribe to my channel, man. Zed's World, I'm out.
I done sold all this dope for years just to become a YouTuber. Shit fucked up, y'all.